everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, we're checking out Arrow Season 8, Episode 5, entitled Prochnost. 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 I'm probably butchering that. I'm very sorry. I know that we're going to Russia, because that was hinted at in the last episode, before we had that stupid break. Yes, we had a break. But yeah, so Prochnost. I'm gonna stop saying it. It's the 5th episode of Season 8. So, last episode, we had a lot of things go down. One of the main things at the end was that it's in Russia. We're going to Russia, based on what Curtis was saying. But the main thing was, of course, is that the future characters, besides Zoe, RIP, is now in the present timeline and trying to process everything that's going on with that. And so I had a major complaint about Mia in the middle of the episode. She turned a corner a little bit towards the end of it, and then we had this big what the fuck thing at the ending where the Monitor, which I don't know if it was the Monitor, showed up. His voice sounded a little strange, and he's talking about saving an Earth, which he has said previously you can't save an Earth once it's destroyed. And he went to Laurel and saying, you need to betray Oliver Queen. I'll save your Earth. Earth 2. What? What? So, I'm curious to see where you go from here. I really am. I've been hearing bits and pieces from people. Now, obviously, not spoilers, but I've been hearing people's feedback on the episode saying it's good or bad. I'm not going to go into what I've been hearing specifically, because it's mainly just generic stuff. And I'm hopeful I enjoy this episode based off what I've been hearing about how this episode went down. I don't know specifics in terms of like spoilers or anything like that. I just know that people are annoyed by one particular thing, and I won't go into that specifically here. I'll mention it after to see if I agree with it. But I'm going to go into this episode with an open mind, 100% honest, and just see how I feel about the episode based off the episode, not what other people are saying. Let's get into it and see what it's all about, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. Ooh. Okay.
Ready. So, specialty arrows.
So, training.
Specific purpose. These are just tools. If you rely on them too much, they become crutches.
Then why have them?
More training. I think it needs to happen.
Sure of it.
She's a machine, Dad. They don't need brakes. And speaking of machines,
It's so weird to hear Dad.
A weapon called the pulse wave generator. All right, we need those plants.
Those names for those weapons.
I'd like the two of you to accompany me and Laurel to Russia.
Okay.
Different men. I think that I can teach them good without showing them the bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hope so.
Our mutual friend sent me. You're working with the Monitor.
Wow. Just coming out and saying it?
Why? It's complicated. Now, do you want to get your Earth back or not? What does he want me to do? Oliver's going to Russia to retrieve plans to build a weapon. Are you going to help me?
Come on, Laurel.
Yo, Jason! You got a visitor.
Woo! Yeah, buddy! Roy!
Thea told Oliver that you left, man, without even saying goodbye. It was for the best. I know earlier this year was a struggle for you. But this crisis is a threat that's bigger than anything we've ever faced.
He said crisis.
I wouldn't be here, man, if we did not need you. I brought your change of clothes.
Alright.
It's very rude to insult man's.
And it's only.
Hello, Manitoba. But I do have friends I can call. I know. I don't want them involved in this.
Why not?
Understandable.
You really think an energy weapon's gonna stop this Monitor guy?
You know, that's the whole...
Well, that's a good question. No.
Why not bring Dinah or Renee?
They have their hands full in Star City.
Sure they do.
You said you wanted to atone. We can't do that by fixing cars. You do that by rejoining the team. No, you think you can't control your bloodlust.
But once we're done, I'm going to disappear. To a place where even William can't find me.
Come on, man. Come on.
The bloodbath.
Oh, doesn't that sound lovely?
It's not lovely. It's a fight club.
Fight Club.
Then why did you bring us on this mission if you're not going to let us help?
This is not a regular mission. This is the Bratva. They are terrible people, and you guys are my kids.
Yes, but we're not children.
Well, you are when I look at you.
Let's get a little emotional in here.
So, why should I give to you, Capuchon?
Maybe you should have kept your secret identity
secret.
So I win, and then you give us the plans.
Sounds like a fair thing, but it's never fair in Russia. Good luck, Oliver. Good luck. Boo! What? He did it.
This one needs to learn not to put nose in other people's business.
What?
Oleg, what the plan?
Why did he call you Capuchon?
It's a long story. It's a good story, though.
Capuchon is a nickname that the Prophet gave me. Means hood.
Tell me what it is.
No.
You don't need to know.
William finds you only and you.
Yeah.
After being there for years, apparently in some self-imposed exile. You go back to Star City, man. You work with the kids. You help them save the city, Roy.
How is that possible?
Because you found the way to control your bloodlust.
There!
She's disobeying orders. On the line! Were those guys just waiting? You failed! Ah!
I can dislocate my thumbs. It's a useful technique if getting tied to a chair is going to become a habit.
You've got to teach me how to do that.
So you're not ring bell. Still,
It was close.
very impressive to not die.
Miguel, me and William get to stay at the bar, right?
You're going home, both of you.
Oh, you're not even staying here. You're going home!
It is my primary job in the world to protect you.
We don't
Yep.
need that. In the future, we're the ones that are saving the city.
To look at you one last time, and you look back at me from your crib.
And because you made the choice to protect us, I had to spend my whole life alone. I didn't have a chance to get...
He didn't have a
to my
choice.
father, to get-
They're both out in the open, and the truck's like, I didn't see them there. He's angry. There you go. Roy!
Is this because you ruined family vacation?
I have to send them home for their protection.
Family vacation.
You know, whatever it is you have to say, they can handle it.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not agree with it, but they can handle it.
If you're here to give me a pep talk or whatever, just don't.
She probably
Don't
is.
flatter yourself.
Oh, okay,
I
never
just
mind.
can't stand the smell of that stale barn. You're the Black Canary. All I've ever heard are stories about how great you were.
Mm.
In the future, you even saved me once. Every time I try and live up to my dad, I fail. Do you think your father is any better?
He fails too.
All you can do is live up to yourself. What does that even mean?
You and I are going in the ring together as a team.
What?
You would be helping us get in. Suit up.
Yeah, you suit up.
Has anyone survived 6 men before?
Yet.
I guess I'll fight 6.
Jesus. Epic hood reveal. He's like, what? Ooh. Yep, she's struggling. There you go.
Don't move, or I'll shoot.
Close. What?
Actually, here we say Prochnost.
Prochnost?
Prochnost.
Okay, yeah, I think I mispronounced that.
From this point forward, whatever you want to know, whatever you might want to ask me is fair game.
Okay.
Okay?
What about that island you were on?
Oh.
It's me and you.
Leanne, you.
I think I'm going to stick around for a while.
Could you?
You're going to be taking off.
Thank you.
Thank you. I always seem to end up in your debt. We are beyond keeping score.
Okay.
We have been friends. We have been enemies.
Did you bring the plans? About that,
Oh?
I've decided not to join you in your cosmic fashion tragedy that you really have changed. Look, I'm new to this whole doing the right thing game.
Yeah.
You should really tell your family the truth.
Yes. Yes. She told them.
I didn't want
Oh.
I'm sorry.
What? Wait, that wasn't her. What the fuck? Okay, guys, there you have it. First of all, I was really wrong with the pronunciation of the title of this episode. I was assuming I was wrong, but maybe there's a chance I was right. Nah, I was wrong. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I really enjoyed this episode. Pretty good stuff. Some good stuff in this episode. The thing that I was hearing before I went into this episode, and I left it all at the door, essentially. Everything I was hearing, positive and negative, I left at the door. I was going to go into this completely 100% honest and just seeing how did I feel about the episode based off my thoughts, not everybody else's. Because he was hearing some people rating the episode and talking about one specific thing, which you guys probably guessed what that was, which is Mia. The negatives I was hearing is that some people are saying that within this episode they felt that Mia's getting way too much focus and too much attention when it should be Stephen Amell, Oliver Queen, because it's the final season of Arrow. It needs to be focused on Oliver. Some other positive people are saying that Mia was actually getting better and they started to like her more within this episode. For me personally, she turned a corner that last episode, but there's still a lot of ways to go, because I've said for a while, Mia is so underdeveloped, it's crazy. They need to really develop her character quite a bit. But not all the time that she's on screen in this episode, but sometimes I understand the negative, because at some moments when she's talking to her dad, he says something she doesn't like, she gets confrontational, she gets angry, she doesn't try to understand, it's taking a step back. It's taking a step back with her character, or a couple steps, depending on how you see it. But it feels like we're taking steps back, or taking a step back with her character development, because she's not allowing him to speak his mind. She instantly gets upset at him. But it's also understandable because she grew up with Adam. So there's so many ways you can look at it, but that's just how I'm perceiving some of it. And also some other bits to it feels like we are spending a little too much time with Mia being the focus when it should be Oliver, because it's the final season of Arrow, okay? And yes, we have that potential spin-off show coming, but we don't need to be spending a lot of time, even though Mia's in the present, I understand that, we don't need to be spending all this time focusing so much on her when it should be more focused on Oliver. The episode still felt focused around Oliver in a sense, but it just feels like, even though future William is now in the present with Mia, William doesn't get as much, because Mia, they're trying to really push this potential spinoff show. They're trying to push this character onto people liking her. And the thing that I'm noticing is that people are divided on her character, and I'm divided too on her character. She was starting to kind of get on William's side in terms of listening to Dad tell his stories at the end of the episode, and maybe she'll finally simmer down a little bit. But for right now, that's not what was happening in the majority of this episode. And the whole scene with her and Laurel, clearly that's just another setup for another hint at the potential spinoff show. I just feel like it's so obvious at times. But other than that, I thought this was a pretty solid and pretty good episode in my personal opinion. I think Diggle getting Jason Roy was awesome. I love the fact that Roy's sticking around. I'm so happy about that, because I am just sick and tired of them bringing Roy on, then he has to leave again. It's just like, come on, just keep Roy. Now, Colton Haynes, the actor, left during season 3 for his personal reasons. Understandable. That was his decision, not the showrunners, not anybody. That was Colton Haynes, the actor's decision. But he gets brought back in season he came back for a couple of episodes of season 6. He came back full time in a sense in season 7, but not really. But it's all in the future, except towards the end of season 7, he's actually in the present time. But I'm just glad they have him back in a sense. I just kind of wish he was there since the beginning. He really doesn't know what's really going on. Diggle said crisis, but there was no real emphasis. And then, of course, off screen, probably deleted scenes, there's freaking Diggle telling Roy, hey, his future kids are here, blah, 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 and he's asking questions about it and everything. So, in a sense, I'm glad that was there, but what kind of irritated me a little bit was that Roy didn't interact with anybody else except Diggle in this episode. And I'm like, why? I understand Diggle getting him then, but how come there wasn't a scene where Oliver goes to meet and see Roy again after a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish we could have seen that. Maybe we'll see it in the next episode. I'm not real sure with that fucking ending. Something I was worried about. Laurel told Harbinger, a.k.a. Lila, I almost forgot her name. I almost said the actress's actual name, that she'll help the Monitor. So I'm guessing that actually was the Monitor. But it didn't. It looked like him. It just didn't really sound exactly like him. His pitch was a little bit different than what I'm used to. So apparently that was actually the Monitor. But he's promising something that he can't do unless he's going to create something that can recreate worlds. I'm not really sure, because there's so much talk about, is Crisis going to truly have just one Earth and that's it? All the other Earths in the multiverse is gone. I've been suspecting that not the entirety of the multiverse will be destroyed, but any Earth that is destroyed cannot be undone. I just feel like there'll be some Earths in the multiverse that are not destroyed, and that some Earths will be combined to Earth 1, but some Earths will not be touched, and there'll still be some sort of multiverse out there. So I like the fact that they kept me the episode kept me thinking, okay, Laurel's on this mission to get the plans before Oliver, to take him to Harbinger, to then take to the Monitor. And so when she stood on the rooftop and she's like, well, about that, I'm like, thank you, God, she's not, because that was something I brought up. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video of the episode or if I mentioned it later on Twitter or something. I remember mentioning that I don't know if we have time. I don't know if we have time for this potential betrayal plotline when we have only a few episodes left to go until it's over. The show's done. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But Anatoly came back. That's awesome. The fight club sequences were pretty good. Oliver fighting that huge guy was awesome. I really enjoyed that fight sequence. And I think Mia, with her in the ring, essentially fighting with her dad and also fighting a couple of those guys to go ring the bell, which she failed, was pretty solid. She still has a lot of training to do there, but I like that they opened the episode with her training with Oliver. I like the fact they did that, because he never got to do that. So now that he has the ability to then train her, it's pretty good. Does it ease my issues with the fact that she's potentially going to take up the Green Arrow mantle from him? No. And people made the point, and I understand the counter argument when I say I don't want her taking up the Green Arrow mantle because that's Oliver Queen. They're like, well, John took the mantle, and then Connor Hawke and that future timeline did for Legends took up the mantle. I understand that, but for me, it's Oliver. Okay, it's Oliver is the Green Arrow. That's it. She could easily come up with her own name or take another name or something, but we'll have to wait and see, because I'm not expecting her character to do a complete 180 before the show ends or whatever, or before we get to that potential spinoff show, which who knows if it's going to get picked up. I'm just saying that I just feel like if you're going to show her making a turn, in a sense, and to kind of ease down a little bit on her anger issues and everything and getting really upset really, really quick, then do not take steps back every single time you make a turn, then you flip it and pull it back. You don't need to do that. Because trust me, I want to like Mia, okay? I want to. But I can't right now for the most part. I just can't. And I know some people that blast me, because there's some people that are completely against Mia for any other reason. But for me, I would like to like the character. But she has had literally no development whatsoever, besides a few tiny things, and it's not really much. So you got come on. But also you got to make sure you're focusing more on Oliver, because it is his last season. So there you have it, guys. This is my reaction to the episode. What did you guys think of this episode? Leave in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.